Hey, what's up guys? It's Extreme Game Guy here, and today I'm going to be doing reasons why the Mortar is a better card than the, where is it? XBOW. I should put it back to Elixir. That's what I always sort by. So I'm going to be putting on some replays from my ladder push. Why am I donating knights? I have no clue. And I'll be going over some reasons why the Mortar I think is better than the XBOW. And I've been kind of tilting on ladder. Luckily, tilting isn't as bad with you only losing 20 trophies instead of 30 every time. That's pretty nice. I like that. So I'll be putting on some of my wins because nobody wants to see losses. And I got kind of like a checklist on my reasons. So my first reason why I think the Mortar is better than the XBOW is because it's for Elixir. Mortar is way more versatile as a 4 Elixir card with similar health to the XBOW. And for 4 Elixir, it provides way more versatility. It's like good on defense, where you place it on defense, it has tons of health, and as you see right there, don't do that. He rocketed my Mortar, which if he rocketed an XBOW, it'd be a good trade, but since the Mortar's only 4 Elixir, and the rocket is 6, it is not a good trade, and rocket is the only spell that fully takes out the Mortar. So the Mortar with similar health to the XBOW, it has very good health per Elixir ratio, and way better than the Mortar. Than the XBOW, which is one of the reasons why I like it better than the XBOW. I'm gonna be saying better than XBOW a lot in this video, so prepare your bodies is all I'm gonna say. So, like I was saying, on defense, it can tank just as well as an XBOW for 2 less Elixir, so letting you put more DPS on the actual tank. And if a tank, like a Golem or a Giant, comes up to the Mortar's blind range, it will shoot the supporting units, which is another plus. That leads to my second plus, which is the blind range of the Mortar. XBOW doesn't have a blind range. With the Mortar's blind range, you can make a lot of plays with Tornado, where you can pull, like if you need one more shot, you can pull the Giant into the blind range of the Mortar, and that will let you get that final shot, bringing it down to rocket range, or rocket log range, or whatever you're trying to get it down to, and you can take down the tower because of the blind range. As you can see right there, just from that clip right there, the Valkyrie going into the blind range allowed my Mortar to get 2 hits, which an XBOW couldn't do. So right here I make a misplay, letting the Valkyrie get like 1,000 damage on my tower. I missed the Valkyrie with the skeletons. So the blind range allows you to get damage you wouldn't normally get with an XBOW. Another reason why I like the Mortar better. You'll see at the end of this video that you might want to switch from your 2.9 deck to 2.9 Mortar. So the blind range, it helps out many situations and causes many different interactions that the XBOW normally wouldn't get. My fourth, I don't know. What reason am I on? I don't know. But another one of my reasons is, and I'll get another replay on real quick. Another one of my reasons is Mortar what am I trying to say? Mortar is a different kind of deck than XBOW. It allows you to be more satisfied with the lock-ons you get than XBOW. XBOW's playstyle is very, very hard to master and very hard to get used to. With you, not like every lock-on isn't. Every lock-on is like super hard to get, but super valuable. And sometimes lock-ons can be very disappointing. You can only get a lock-on for like a couple of seconds and get 200, 300 damage, something like that. Leaving you feel disappointed / unaccomplished. And with Mortar, I think the upside to it is like it's a different card than XBOW. Like XBOW is a very high DPS but low damage per shot card. While Mortar is a very, very, very low DPS, while very high damage per shot. So each shot is very valuable. And getting the lock on is pretty tough, but like just getting one little shot is so much value for your Mortar. And is actually like one shot from your Mortar is worth that 4 elixir. I think at least. Well, getting like a few hundred damage with your XBOW is not that much at all. And right here, rocket value, rocket OP. Here, he's very mad. He's very mad after that play. He hasn't faced skilled players ever. But like that, I am blanking so bad. God. Hold on, let me refresh my brain. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah. Never mind. I'm back. Sorry, I am from no man's land. I don't know where I am right now. But each lock-on you get with the Mortar doesn't have to be super big, doesn't have to be super crucial, it's not like you get one shot with the XBOW and you're proud. An XBOW is a very fast shooting but very low damage per shot card, but the Mortar, as you can see right there, did like 300 damage with that one shot, and it causes it to be way more valuable. You feel more accomplished with your lock-ons, and it leaves you with a good feeling, in my opinion, which keeps your mindset better throughout the game. You might not think that, but honestly, Mortar, it's just like, it's way more satisfying to get one Mortar shot than like 1 second of a lock-on with the XBOW. And honestly, the playstyle of Mortar is way easier to not master, but to start off playing. And there's one last reason, and we're going back to the elixir cost again, but this is a sort of different reason than my original one. The elixir cost allows versatility, like I said, but it's more. This is more in depth on why the versatility is good for the Mortar. You see decks like Mortar Bait, you see Mortar Cycle. While XBOW is just XBOW Cycle. There's different variants, like the Inferno Tower E-Wiz deck, and there's also the 2.9, the Classic. There's also Icebow, but those are like the only XBOW decks. I mean, while there's different variants of Mortar Cycle, like Tornado versus Arrows, Archer Skeletons versus Spear Goblins Bats, Archers Bats versus Archer Skeletons, Tesla Fire Spirits versus Ice Spirit Tornado, and many different variants. In my opinion, Archer Skeletons, Ice Spirit Tornado, best version you can get. But yeah, but that's just my opinion. And then that's just for motorcycle. You're not even taking into account mortar bait, which has tons of variants. There's Minion Horde, there's Rascals, there's Prince, there's Dark Goblin versus Spear Goblins, there's Zap and Log versus Fireball Log, or Fireball Barbarian Barrel, or Barbarian Barrel Snowball, or Zap and Barbarian Barrel, or Miner versus Hog Rider, or even Knight in some mortar bait decks, like the OG ones, or you get the point. There's a lot of different variants of mortar bait, and there's different variants of motorcycle, and with XBOW, it's harder to play, it's harder to rocket cycle with XBOW because of the pure cost of the XBOW. You can't just place an XBOW and immediately rocket. With mortar, it only costs 4 elixir. You can place it, you can rock it, and you never see XBOW running Miner because XBOW is 6 elixir, and the playstyle of XBOW is it's supposed to be 6 elixir. It has high DPS, so you're supposed to get that one lock on, just like you get the one push with beatdown that will take the tower. But with mortar, it's more of like a chip cycle, more like Miner decks, where you can play a secondary win condition, and you can play like rocket / miner / bait with the mortar, where with XBOW you can't. So those were my reasons and my replays of my ladder push. My reasons why mortar is better than the XBOW. I hope you take from this video. Obviously, there's reasons why that XBOW is better. XBOW is better because it has higher DPS. I didn't even touch on the reason mortar is a common and XBOW is an epic. Mortar is easier to level up for ladder. It's a more free-to-play friendly deck. But yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys play my mortar deck, because Archer Skeletons is better. Hashtag Archer Skeletons is better than Spear Goblins Bats all the way. And hashtag Tornado is OP. Hashtag buff motorcycle. Hashtag rocket is good only if you know how to use it. Hashtag remove earthquake from the game. Oh yeah, speaking of earthquake, another reason why mortar is good, better than XBOW. Back to the elixir cost. It's 4 elixir. Earthquake takes it down halfway, but earthquake's 3 elixir. So that's like basically all of the mortar's cost. While XBOW taking it down halfway and earthquake is only half of its elixir. You can just see how mortar is better. So use mortar. And we're just going to say this every single video. Hashtag Archer Skeletons is better than Spear Goblins Bats. Leave that down in the comments. Thank you. Come again. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scouts.